Do you think I'm crazy?
Absolutely not. I think that
Okay.
you've been through a lot of things and might need some help working through them.
Yeah, I think so too.
Why don't you tell me a little bit about how you're feeling?
Are the doors closed?
Yeah. Um, Emma's over in the bathroom at the moment, but I've got the door to the ward locked at the moment.
Okay. Um, a lot of the stuff I'm probably about to tell you is, stuff that's tied up in CID investigations and stuff. And I trust you with it. But I'm just saying, I'm just kind of scared that someone else would hear it.
Mm. Just use your inside voice, and around here there shouldn't be anybody that can hear us regardless.
Okay. Okay. Um, I don't really know where to start, to be honest with you, Doctor.
Wherever you feel comfortable starting.
I feel like he's inside my head. I can't stop thinking about BoviceWorld.
An
I don't
EKG
really
is
know how to
electrocardiogram, yes.
explain it, but uh,
An
yeah, he did something to me, and I don't know what he did to me, and
Yeah,
it's
that's the
messing with
doctor.
me. I don't feel like I act any differently because of it, but it's definitely back there, and I can feel it. It's like a worm.
Okay.
It's just kind of worked its way into my brain, and I can't get it out.
Okay. Definitely be difficult dealing with intrusive thoughts.
Yeah.
You're not alone there.
I feel like that no one trusts me anymore, and no one really listens to what I have to say to anyone either because they think I'm fucking crazy. And you know, I've been trying to I've been trying to work around these issues, and it's just so to be working, because no one really wants to help me, and it's been really frustrating. Yesterday PD treated me like a criminal, and I just feel like I've kind of like lost all respect from inside PD. It's something that's not even my fault.
I don't, I can understand why you would feel that way. But I don't get that impression from Emma or Snow. I think they're both genuinely concerned about your well-being and safety, and certainly want you to get the help you
They
need to
are.
be able to process through this. So I can't
Yeah,
obviously speak about the rest of PD, but you've at least got them on your side.
yeah. The rest of PD left me drugged up, locked in Mr. Holding cell in handcuffs, like some kind of fucking scum. Sorry, I'm really pissed off right now.
Those are valid feelings, and there's nothing wrong with having them. I'd be
Yeah,
pissed off if I'd gone through what you've gone through too. I think any rational person would be pissed off if they've experienced what you've experienced.
I just feel like that no one in PD really cares. They just want me to show up and be the angel of death that they've always known, and just go shoot the bad guys and take control of situations, and be perfect, the perfect little cop that I've always little been. But I can't do that forever. I'm a human being, and I have a breaking point too, and I think I've hit it.
Well, we're going to help you work through that. There is nothing wrong with There's nothing wrong with hitting a breaking point. It is absolutely okay to not be okay. The old guard has the stigma that in emergency services we have to be indestructible and aren't allowed to think or feel. But that's just not the case. At the end of the day, we're all still people. And the hell and the trauma that we experience ultimately affects us. It takes more courage to come forward and say what you've said, to stand up and say, I'm not okay and I need help, than it does to pretend to be some kind of badass when you're hurting inside. It takes more
I've been pretending
courage.
for a long time, Dougie.
Oh,
A really long time.
I'm proud of you for having the courage to say that you need help. That is the first step.
Okay, well, what's the next step then? Because I don't really know where to go from here.
Well, that's what we're going to work on. None of us can fix the problems for you. It is our goal to help you work through the problems and make sure that you've got the tools and resources available to you to get to a new normal and be able to process things appropriately.
Yeah.
It's going to take some time. It's not going to be an overnight process. Unfortunately, there's no magic wand that I can wave in.
Don't you have like any pills or something?
We can certainly get you started on something to help make some of it more manageable. Some to help you sleep a little better at night. Something to, at least for the interim, help you get the voices in your head that you feel wormed their way in. Help them be a little quieter while we help you process through.
Yeah. I had a dream last night, Doctor.
You want to talk about it?
Yeah, I do. I had a dream that Bovice was successful in taking down the DOJ like he wanted to. And he was sitting at his throne in Eugene's house again. And I was tied up next to it in chains, just like a little pet. I felt like I couldn't move anywhere and I wasn't free to do anything. And he would just put people in front of me and just have me kill them. Anyone that he didn't like, he would just have me kill for him. Over and over again. I killed dozens of people. And I couldn't stop. I think I saw BoviceWorld.
It can be a very scary experience. Even as just a dream.
Yeah. I I don't I don't want him to succeed, but at the same time, I don't know how to stop him.
Well,
Every single time I try anything, people just stand in my way and they just try to stop me because they don't believe me, because they think I'm crazy.
no one person is going to be able to take down Bovice. It's going to take, really is going to take the whole department. So it's not a battle you're fighting on your own. Just like the battle you're currently fighting with your own thoughts. It's not a battle to fight on your own. You've got a whole department of highly trained individuals that can and ultimately will end up getting Bovice.
What if they don't, Ducky?
EMS, the doctor?
Well, we cross that bridge when we have to.
We heard audible shots fired in the area. Was that at Pillbox?
He's been going through all the cops one by one. He got to me, he got to Ziggy, he got to Copper. I don't know who else he's gonna get to, but I mean, come on, like what am I supposed to do? I'm paranoid that, you know, he's coming for me next, because he said that I was gonna enter BoviceWorld very soon. He called me last night and he told me very directly that was gonna happen, and I don't know what that means. I don't know if there's something that he implanted in my brain and, you know, he's gonna activate. I don't know if that means that he's gonna kidnap me and drug me up again. I have no idea, but I'm freaking out that he's still watching me somehow.
Well, that's why we're gonna help you work through what we can work through. Either way, it's gonna take time. But he only has the power that we allow him to have.
What do you mean?
It's kind of like the bully on the playground. Bully on the playground's successful when they have the fear put into other people. As soon as we take away that mental power, the ability for him to instill fear into people, it takes away the majority of his power. Ultimately, he's still able to hurt people. That we can't stop until he's put in handcuffs and locked in a very dark cell far, far under the prison.
Yeah, I want to put him in max security.
Oh, I'm certain that he'll end up going there, especially after everything he's done. But it's going to take more than just you to get him there.
I'm worried that I won't be there to see him get put in max security.
What do you mean?
He said he was gonna cut off my hands, and he was wearing someone else's skin, and I'm worried that I'm gonna end up like a skin suit too. Maybe that's what he meant by BoviceWorld. Maybe he just wants to wear my skin around.
You know they'll catch him, right?
I don't know that, though. It's been, what, 7 months, 8 months? How long has it been? I don't know. It's been way too long. This guy's been out there just terrorizing people for the last 6 months. There's $1 million bounty on his head. And no one's gonna help him. I mean, help take him in, I should say. Right now, it's basically 6 poorly equipped police officers trying to deal with a dumpster fire of a city, while a man goes crazy with power out there, hiring henchmen to do his dirty work. How can we really stop that? The officers won't even stop bickering with each other about who should take the helicopter to what call, and then it doesn't even matter because again they fuck up the calls to get everyone mowed down anyway by AR fire. How are we supposed to take down Bovice?
Realistically, it's going to take all of us working together. The departmental issues have to be sorted out with departments that are currently struggling, but our focus now, and at least for the foreseeable future, is helping you work through everything you've got going on in your head. Because if we can't get you to the point where you have the power over your own thoughts, and any of the other officers that might be feeling the same way, then no amount of effort to take down Bovice is going to succeed. Because if there's any part of you, or anyone else, that causes them to hesitate when they shouldn't, then he still has the power. So my primary concern is less about him and more about your own mental health. I couldn't give a shit less about Bovice. He'll be taken down eventually. We'll bury him in Max Sec. He can rot in a prison next to Dab.
Yeah, I know. I agree. I don't think it really matters about what he's saying or what he's doing. But at the same time, I think it is a little bit important because he keeps calling me up to taunt me, you know?
I know. And that's why we're going to help you work through what we need to help you work through. So that we can get you back to a place where you don't have thoughts that you don't want to have.
But what if the thoughts never stop, Saki?
Then we'll keep fighting that fight together.
Okay.
I've never
there was
given up.
something else.
Go ahead.
He wants me to help him, and he wants me to turn on my fellow brothers and sisters. And I don't know what to do. I'm stuck in this position where it's either my life or it's someone else's life. And I'm terrified of being tortured. I don't want it to happen. But at the same time, I don't want to put someone else into this fate either, you know?
We just take that off the table.
What do you mean?
If I put you on a medical hold, and I'm not talking about a medical hold like where you send you up to Parsons, but I just put in your chart that you're not currently fit for duty, then you don't have the opportunity to turn on your brothers and sisters because you're not working alongside them. No, you wouldn't be able to.
Because he doesn't want me to hurt them. He wants information from me, and I have that information right now.
What kind of information is he looking for?
He wants me to tell him who killed David Barker. The people who were on the firing line. That's what he wants to know. And I can't tell him that. Because if any name that I give him is basically me just signing up someone else to live out this exact same horror that I'm going through right now.
What's your happiest memory?
My happiest memory?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's a really hard question to answer, to be honest with you. Most of my memories are very stressful ones. Um, I I mean, one of my happiest memories was uh was when I unloaded a shotgun into Randy Bullett's back. I know that sounds fucked up, but I really enjoyed that.
I mean, it is Randy Bullet.
Yeah, fuck Randy Bullet. He's a stupid cuck. But besides shooting Randy Bullet, I remember uh, when I was a little girl and I was watching Cops on TV. My mom would always come into the room and she would always tell me to turn that off because she really didn't like cops at all. Because my dad was a cop and she really didn't like any of the stuff that he was doing. He would come home and tell her stories and how he shook down this person and got this arrest for that, and she always thought it was just the worst thing ever. And I like to watch Cops, and I remember watching TV, and she came home, and instead of shutting it off like she normally did and yelling at me, she kind of just knelt down and just gave me a little hug, and she said, "Hey, Angel, I was thinking about it, and I support you in whatever you want to do. If you want to be a cop, I'm going to be there for you, and I'm going to help you. So you can keep watching the show, okay, sweetheart?" And she walked into the next room, and she left me there. I think that's probably one of the best memories of my life.
Getting that kind of validation from a parent can be very, very powerful.
Yeah, it meant the world to me at the time, and it still does. I think about that a lot. Whenever I question myself for what I'm doing in my job, I think back to that.
We're going to use that as your anchor point.
What's an anchor point? I don't know what that is.
It's the memory or point in time that you can go back to mentally to recenter and ground yourself when you start to feel like you're losing control, either mentally or physically. Most people use the cliche of go to your happy place. It's kind of cliche, and it doesn't fix problems. But when you feel your brain spiraling out of control, you need to have something that you can grab onto that helps to steady things and make it a little more manageable. So we're going to use that as your anchor point.
What, shooting Randy in the back?
No. Your mom being proud of you and supporting you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about.
And as you're going through this, remember that regardless of perception or grumblings or anything else going on, Snow and DuPont both want to see you get the help you need. I want you to get the help you need. We're ultimately here to help you.
Okay.
Like I said, it's not going to be an overnight thing. As I understand it, you don't trust many people right now, and I can support that.
Um, yeah, about that, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about my paranoia too.
Okay.
I I feel like, as justified as it is, I feel like I shouldn't be doing it, you know? I should just be acting like normal. I don't think other people really understand when I say that people are out there to kill me, that there really are people looking to kill me actively as we speak, right? I feel like no one is listening to me when I say that, and they just kind of brush it off nonchalantly, like, "Oh, you'll be fine," you know? And I don't know whether I should just let it go and let it happen if that actually does happen, or if I should just keep it up, you know?
No, it's not something you should just brush off and let happen. Again, it takes more courage to stand up and say, I need help, than it does to, for the lack of a different way of putting it, try and Rambo your way through shit. You have shown more courage by expressing those feelings than anybody else on the force.
Sorry, I'm getting a phone call really quick. 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Hello? Hey, hi McLean, what's up? How you doing? I'm talking to a therapist right now. Is this something I can help you with? Thank you. Hey, I appreciate you, McLean. Thank you. I'll see you soon, okay? Bye. Sorry, it was McLean.
That's all right.
You know, that's actually one of the first people that's actually reached out to me and shown a little bit of care, you know?
You're as goofy as the guy is, you can be pretty good sometimes.
Yeah. Do you hear that? Is that an active war zone outside?
Right now, your body feels like it's done by Grove.
Oh, okay. That would probably explain it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was maybe hearing something for a second.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Are there
Ducky,
any of the therapists that you do trust or that you do like?
no, I don't really trust anyone with what I told you today besides, you, DuPont, Snow. There's not too many people I would tell, because honestly, I'm worried that I'm going to get fired if they feel like Bovice has compromised me in some way and has control of me, you know?
I didn't get that impression from talking to Snow. The impression I got from Snow was he wants you to be able to get the help you need. And this is the start of that process. I would, at some point, like to have you speak with one of the actual therapists, because this is not my specialty.
But you could have fooled me.
I will certainly help through the process regardless. I've never given up on you in the past, and I'm not going to start today. With regard to that stuff, we don't have to disclose it to any of the therapists, but they would be helpful in helping you work forward. We can keep the other stuff on a need-to-know basis and keep that closed down to the individuals that already know. But we will, with your permission, I will talk with probably Leon. And
who's that?
He's the head of the psychology department. And formulate a treatment plan to help you work through things. A combination of therapy sessions where we sit and talk, as well as unconventional therapy sessions. Things to just de-stress and maybe have some fun.
I don't really think I can have fun right now, Ducky.
Again,
I think exposing myself when I don't have a badge and a gun is probably the worst idea or anything I could ever do, you know?
no. Well, in those times, I'll keep you with me. It'll be things like, one thing I'm particularly fond of is dune buggies. And with the dune buggies, we put on helmets. Nobody'd ever even seen your face. We just go bounce around on the desert and bounce around on the mountain, things like that. Or go out on a boat. Just play around. Again, one thing at a time, one step at a time. But certainly helping you get back to getting back to yourself.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just worried I'm gonna get betrayed somehow, you know? Oh, I lost my
Yeah,
head. That's great.
Same.
Okay, all right.